Hey you guys, I hope you can hear me. So you guys are probably wondering what's going on because I opened the vlog by just walking up to a bus with a bunch of girls, and it's because Cetaphil invited us on like a day trip. It's called like a relax and reset type of vibe. And if you don't know, Cetaphil is a skincare brand. I'm really excited because this is my first time going on like an official influencer event, like brand day trip. And I'm saying day trip because we're on a shuttle right now, and we'll be on the shuttle all day up until we drive to Camp Lucy, which is like an hour away from Austin. They invited a handful of other girls, and yeah, we're all just on a shuttle and just chilling. Yeah, so we're going to Camp Lucy, and we'll be there from like now up until like 5:30, or like from 2 to 5, because it'll take an hour to get there. And yeah, I'm currently sitting by myself on the bus because I don't know anyone here. I recognize one person, but we never met before, and she just invited me to a different event of hers that she's throwing out here in Austin. So maybe her and I will eventually get to meet. But yeah, I'm really nervous a little bit, I'm not gonna lie, because y'all know I wouldn't say I'm shy, but I am quiet in places I'm not really that comfortable in. Also, when I don't know a person, it makes it a little bit scary too, because there's a bunch of girls in this bus. But yeah, I told myself that I was gonna really try to get out my shell and actually like talk, as long as people make themselves like friendly to talk. And yeah, I'm gonna take you guys along with me on this day, and we're gonna hang out together and see what this is all about. I'm even more excited that Cetaphil invited me on this day trip, because this is outside of like my usual niche of like events, because majority of the time anytime I get invited to anything, 9 out of 10 is hair related, because that's like what I built my platform on, like from the beginning. But now that I'm trying to like branch out and do other things that I enjoy, I'm happy that like a brand actually see me and invited me on this trip, because I legit just had a whole like, if you watch my last influencer dinner video, you know. If you know, you know. If you haven't watched it, go back and watch it. But I vented for like 40 minutes about how I was feeling about stuff like this. And yeah, so it's just crazy how God blessed me to be able to come on this day trip, and I didn't have to be a part of no agency. No one had invited me as a plus one. Like Cetaphil themselves reached out to me for this. So that is such a blessing from God, because he basically tells me, daughter, I see you, and you don't need anyone else but me to be successful and get in rooms that you didn't even think you could be in. So, but yeah, we're just sitting on the bus waiting to leave. And yeah, I'll update you guys when we get to moving. We're finally moving. It is currently 1:20, so we're moving 20 minutes after they told us to be here, because they made it seem like they were gonna pull off like right at 1. Like they told us to be here by 1, and to even get here a few minutes early, and we're just now pulling off. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I have to pee, and I had pee before I left. And then I peed like on the way here, and now I gotta pee again. That's because I've been drinking like tons of water. So yeah, there's not really much to film, because we're literally about to just be driving for an hour, and I don't want to waste batteries. So I'll pick you guys up when we finally make it to Camp Lucy, Dripping Springs, Texas. I'll see you guys once we get there. Okay, you guys, so we made it. to the event and I'm so freaking excited. I'm talking so low because there's so many people. For the raffle.
4 o'clock Pilates class. You want to just go into the event hall, you're going to do your intention later. We're going to start the camp.
Where's the bathroom?
Bathroom is going to be as you head in before the event hall, turn right.
Okay, thank you. I can finally breathe again because I had to sprint to the bathroom. Like when I tell you my bladder was filled to the max, and honestly, like when I have to use the bathroom, I can't think. I can't do anything. So we're here. I don't really know what to do. Honestly, they gave us a program schedule, so I'm just gonna follow this. It says at 2 o'clock to 2:30, welcome guests. This is the schedule. So I'm gonna kind of go figure out where we're supposed to go. Now I'm in this, like, I don't know where I'm in, but I think this is where they're going to do panels about skincare. So I'm just going to sit here and listen. I also kind of want to grab me something to drink because I am thirsty, and they have a drink bar over there. So let me go grab something.
Sorry.
I don't know, you're fine.
Unless I want to. Never had a fried avocado taco. Can you grab that pico?
Yes. Oh, did you want me to?
Yeah, just pour. I don't want to go back in front of people. Just put it right there. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I got my food. They had chicken tacos. Here, let me show you guys. Okay guys, I talked to some people, which is really exciting because I started to get nervous for a second. Because I feel like I never fit into like influencer spaces, which is weird because I'm literally an influencer myself, but I don't know. I feel like I actually get overwhelmed and stuff like this because I feel like I don't look like anyone around me, which we can talk about a little bit more later when I have some downtime. But right now they had a little bit of space for they had a little bit of space open to just eat and kind of do what you want. So I'm just using that time to just sit and kind of do literally what I want. So I'm gonna eat and chill and then catch up with you guys to see what we're gonna do afterwards.
There you go.
Look, yeah.
Inspo or you can.
You don't have anything makeup based, right? Makeup.
It's like we have, we do in the store. We have like lips and you don't think that would be like no. And then yours.
Tyra, Tyra.
Perfect. Okay, and then have you chosen yet? Or are you
No,
still...
I haven't chosen.
Perfect. Here you go.
Thank you. So do I just pick?
You pick a bag charm, pick 2 charms to go with it, and then you'll give it to us. We'll put it together, and we'll put it on one of these, and you'll pick it up.
Oh no, they're putting it in their car.
This is it, right?
Yes.
So are you? All right. Okay. Beautiful.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
And do I just come back randomly, or when do I come?
Yeah, I'll come back like in like 20, 30 minutes.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
I needed a new hat anyway.
We go in 3. We go in 2.
Yes. I keep forgetting the whole point. This is like relax and reset and like stiff like I'm back to the first part of the activation when we first got here and I was standing in that line. I'm in that area right now and people were basically filling out reflections. There's a reflection wall behind me and it says my intention for the day is to, I'm going to say relax. These pens are smooth. I just said relax and be confident in who I am. After we write on the wall or write on the card, we're supposed to stick it on the wall. So that's what I'm about to do. We are back on the bus. The trip is over. We're just waiting for everybody to get on the bus so we can leave. But I will honestly give you guys a thorough review when I get home and show you guys the bags that they gave us. It's just the stuff that we got. Yeah, I actually enjoyed myself. I actually enjoyed myself closer to the end. But again, we'll like debrief when I get home. I don't think I really filmed much of everything because it was a lot going on. But I just at least wanted to document this. And yeah, we'll talk when I get home. Good morning, guys. It is a brand new day. Last night we got in and I was so tired. I hope you guys can hear me from right here. Maybe I should put it a little higher. But I wanted to show you guys everything that we got from the Cedarfield trip. You know what? I am about to look so stupid. How stupid does that look? I'm about to look so stupid for a minute, but I really want y'all to hear me. Okay, this looks so stupid, but I need y'all to hear me. Let's just rewind so I can kind of like go back and get into the day, kind of what happened, because yesterday was kind of a lot. Like it was so much going on that I feel overwhelmed when I'm trying to record and I know I'm not recording the best way that I can, and I know I'm not getting the clips that I can, I know I'm not getting like all the views and the angles. Like it's really hard for me to do that sometimes when I'm recording with two different devices, and I also don't have my husband with me to get certain clips. Like a lot of the time when we go out of town or when I'm going somewhere, like on a brand trip, my husband has been to 3 brand related events with me, and a lot of the times he recorded for me, so I didn't have to worry about getting like all the views, all the angles, and showing like everything that I want to show, because I was like free-handed and was able to live in the moment and capture what I wanted to with what I had, and then he was able to get like the whole scope of everything and the details. So it's really hard to do that by myself, and I was just very overwhelmed. So I'm pretty sure like as y'all watch this video, it may be choppy, it may not. I haven't edited it yet, so I'm not sure exactly what it looks like. But if it didn't flow that good, or if it didn't like seem as uniform, or just seemed choppy, or it's because I was overstimulated and overwhelmed and all the things. So I'm gonna walk you back through the day of how I remembered it and try to explain as best as possible like how the brand trip actually was. Y'all know my inside tea and scoop about how I feel about stuff, and just get into it. So we will unbox like all the stuff that we got afterwards, because we got some goodies for sure. And also, y'all, please excuse me because it's the morning time. I just woke up, or actually no, I lied. I've been up. It is currently 7:18. Here's some proof. I have been up for a minute, just kind of like straightening up, because when I got home yesterday, I pretty much crashed. Like I pretty much just went to sleep. Honestly, I don't feel that well, and I think my period is starting probably today or tomorrow, and y'all know I'm just a girl. Y'all know. It's just, no. So let's just rewind. So let's start from the beginning of when I had even got this invitation. So I got an email, and I actually told someone that I got it a few weeks ago, but it wasn't weeks. It was February 18th from Cetaphil. And they basically said, like, this is a Cetaphil event on February 25th. And we are basically hosting an exclusive VIP influencer experience for a one-day wellness event designed to help the skin repair, reset, and recover from stress. Because if you know, Cetaphil is a skincare brand, so the entire event and trip was like based on Cetaphil skincare, all the things. The theme of the trip was basically like rest, repair, or like rest, reset, repair. And they took us to Cetaphil's R&R at the ranch. So the event was on February 25th, and we would have to drive. They were telling us, like in the original email, it was saying that we was going to be picked up by a shuttle and taken all the way to Dripping Springs, Texas, at the Camp Lucy, like Dripping Spring, Texas, whatchamacallit. Which I was like, whoa. Like immediately when I got the email, I gasped, because I was like, wait, first off, thank you God for even allowing me to go to another influencer related event in February. You guys know the experience that I had with the one in January, and then God followed up with one in February. So praises to God for even allowing me to get this email, allowing Cetaphil to see me. Whoa, like that was my first initial thought. And then I was like, whoa, this is also low-key a brand trip, even though it wasn't like stay overnight somewhere else, getting flown out. The simple fact that we were having to be picked up on a shuttle downtown and then like driven an hour away, and then at in a whole different city, doing things there for like 5 hours, and then get back on the shuttle and drive back to Austin, like that's a brand trip. So I was like, whoa. Like I'm like, okay, not only is this an event, but this is also like a brand trip, like a day trip. So of course, immediately I talked it over with my husband, and I RSVP, because you did have to RSVP by like the day that they sent this email, you had to RSVP pretty much the same day. So I RSVP, and now I'm like, crap, this trip is like next week, and I don't know what to wear, I don't know what to do. But based off of it saying that it was going to be at like an R&R ranch, I thought that we were going to have to like dress like just cute, casual, like cowboy boot vibes, but it wasn't. They sent another email with more details, basically saying that we would be riding on a shuttle and to meet at a parking garage downtown and all that. And they were going to cover the fee of our parking if you left your car there, whatever. So I was like, okay, cool. And then they followed up another time, and they were saying, so before they told us the dress code, I was like freaking out. And I was like, crap, now I need to find something towards this event. Typically, I am not the type of influencer who feels like she has to find a new outfit every single time an event comes, a new pair of shoes, and like go all out. I'm not that person. I'm a regular human being. I have clothes in my closet. Find something in your closet, as long as you can find something cute, casual, whatever. Now, if you don't have what you need in your closet, of course, that's when you can go and I would buy something. But I have like completely changed a lot of my clothes in my closet and gave away so many clothes. So right now my wardrobe isn't filled to the max. It's actually on the lesser side, because I've given away so much stuff, because I don't fit any of those clothes anymore. But immediately I was like, okay, now I have to find something to wear. Originally I ordered y'all know I'm an Amazon girly down. Like I wear pretty much all Amazon clothes. A lot of the clothes that I do have come from Amazon. In fact, the outfit that I wore, the entire thing came from Amazon. So originally I ordered this 2-piece set, and it was like a really cute, I think it was like gingham print. I'm probably saying that wrong, but it was like gingham print. It was like a 2-piece set. First off, this is my first time like doing like a 2-piece set vibe, but it was like not a raunchy type of 2-piece set, like how all the girls like 2-piece set this, 2-piece set that. Like no, this was like a kind of like cute form girl type of look. It was shorts and like this really cute blouse with like a puffy shoulder, and it was like black and white. It was gingham printed, really, really cute. As soon as I ordered the outfit, it came in. They sent an email saying the dress code is athleisure, fitness, cute, casual. So I was like, okay, now I have to return this, which is no problem because it's obviously easy to return on Amazon. So I went back on Amazon. I was trying to figure out, okay, so if this is like fitness, athleisure, what do I want to wear? Now, I was already looking out for a package that I was going to get prior to this event even happening. I'm working with Halara. I don't know if you guys know that fitness brand, and they let me pick out some pieces on their site. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll just wear whatever I picked out because I think my Halara outfit gets in on the day that I actually leave, which was risky. And it actually did get in. It literally got in as soon as I was walking out the door to get into the truck to leave to the event. So I was like, dang, that's crazy. I ended up ordering a entire fit, athleisure fitness look from Amazon. I posted a picture on the screen. It was just like some black flare leg, stretchy athleisure pants with a black halter top, which I've already had the halter top. And then I ordered this gray, how do you say, just like half cut mini sweatshirt just to cover my arms. Flyer that was what we kind of had to go off of. So, you know, Cetaphil is like green and blue, and then it's like the ranch vibe. So I really thought this was going to be like, put on your cowboy boots, you know. No, it was definitely the opposite of that. Also, just to read off of this, to give you guys more context, they said that this is a seasonal skin reset. The skin focused wellness reset helps guests repair, rebalance, and reset as the season changes with Cetaphil. From winter dryness to spring radiance, join us in Austin Hills country for a day of movement, massages, bites, and downtime. Everything that I just read is what actually happened. And this is at Camp Lucy, Dripping Spring, Texas. Of course, you know, my husband and I have to look up, like, where is Camp Lucy? And when my husband looked it up, he was like, whoa, like, this is actually really, really, really nice. Like, I'm really excited for you to go because Camp Lucy looks really nice. I ended up going to get a massage the day before yesterday. So yesterday was my event. And the day before yesterday, I went and got a massage. And me and the girls that was doing my massage was talking. And I told them, yeah, I had a trip to go on because somehow we got on my job or whatever. And I was like, this is funny that I'm getting a massage today and a facial because tomorrow I have like another massage, relaxed type of event with my job, whatever. And she was like, oh, where was it going to be? And I told her it was at like Dripping Springs, Camp Lucy, something. And she was like, oh my gosh, that is like the most amazing place ever. She was like, people go to get married there. Like, that's a beautiful place. It's really, really nice. It's huge. So I was like, dang, like now I'm even more excited. So fast forward to yesterday. So yesterday they told us to meet down at the parking garage, which is what y'all saw in the beginning of the clip. They told us to meet down at the parking lot at 1, and they said that there's going to be a shuttle to take us, so you need to be there a few minutes early. If you need an Uber code, like, they were very accommodating. They pay for your Uber, they pay for your parking fee, because you know if you go to park at a parking garage, you gotta pay. They pay for that. They were just really accommodating, which is like so sweet. So I was like, okay, Cetaphil, like y'all got money, like y'all are actually like, this is legit, like this is crazy that like I'm here. Like I think I'm still kind of shocked by the fact that like I was seen to even be at that event, which I'm getting ahead of the point. So let me just draw it back and then we'll kind of get into why I felt very honored to be there. So we get there. You guys saw me walk up to the girls. Like, the girls were just sitting there in line. You guys saw the shuttle. Standing there for a minute. Obviously, I was kind of already feeling a bit awkward and a little overwhelmed because, one, I think it's safe to say that I'm kind of like an introvert. I think they call it an ambivert. Like, you can be extroverted, but you're also introverted. And my battery's about to die soon. But I'm kind of like in the mix of both. Like, if I'm not comfortable, if I don't know anybody, I'm very introverted. So obviously I went by myself. And as you already know, a lot of the girls that were there already were like clicking up, knowing each other, talking. So I'm just sitting by myself, walk up. One of the Cetaphil influencer managers come to me. She gets my name, makes sure I'm on the list, checks me off. We finally get on the bus. We were supposed to leave at 1. We didn't leave until 1:20, which I mentioned that in a clip. And I'm not gonna lie, I had to pee really bad. First off, I've been drinking so much water this week and peeing 20 times a day, which is fine because I'm at home, so it's no problem for me to like run to the bathroom a million times. But it's not good when you're outside the house, and it's also not good when you're on a shuttle for an hour driving somewhere and you can't, like, it was crazy. So got on the bus, sat down. I didn't sit by anyone because, I think it's kind of like an unspoken rule when you go and sit somewhere, like whether there's seats in a classroom or a bus or you just sit anywhere, you don't sit by someone if there's hella room. Like, you kind of just sit by yourself. And obviously if there's more girls that come or more people that come that need a seat, you scoot over. So I ended up still sitting by myself the entire ride. Like, some people ended up sitting with other people as I got on the bus. But honestly, there was so much room on the bus that I'm not going to say everybody can sit by myself, because no. But for the most part, a good amount of people still could have sat by themselves, if that makes sense. So I think that had already like made like a bummer in me just a little bit, because I was like, So some girls are already getting to meet each other because they're sitting by someone. So that's already like, not only did I come here by myself, which is fine. I'm kind of nervous. I'm a little bit overwhelmed because I am by myself and I don't know anyone. We get on the bus, at least some girls are getting to chat with somebody because like they're sitting by someone they don't know, so they're getting to know each other. I still don't have anyone sitting by, so cool. So I brought my book with me, which is crazy that I brought it because I was like, you know what? I probably shouldn't bring this because who knows if I'll even get the chance to read it. I'm glad I brought it because I was able to read the entire time. I'm lying. I didn't read the entire time because honestly, I couldn't even think. Like, I was nervous. I reread the same chapter like 20 times and it was a mess. Like, honestly, let me try to is there a way for me to charge this as I'm talking? Because my camera is about to die. Okay, period. Honestly, my brain, you know how like when you can't focus and you're reading something, you're rereading the same paragraph, you're reading the same sentence 20 different times because your brain keeps like reading it but not digesting it or retaining the information. That's what was happening to me because 1, I had to pee, so my brain couldn't even focus. 2, I was nervous. And 3, the bus was loud because there were so many girls talking and I was overwhelmed by hearing all these girls. Like, it was a lot in my mind. So I read as much as I could. I only got to chapter 3 and we finally made it to the ranch. Fast forward. Once we got there, I had been praying over this event like since I got the invitation, and I was just praying and asking God that, yes, Lord, you know your child, you know that I am nervous, you know that like it's really hard for me to speak to people. I'm kind of shy. Even me and my husband, like, he gave me pep talk about like, try your best to talk to people as if you're comfortable in it as much as possible. Even though it is uncomfortable for me to do that if I don't really know you, try your best. And I was praying and I was asking God that help me to talk to the people that I need to talk to. Like, I don't need to be that girl who's trying to be in everybody's face like, hey. But if there is someone that is in alignment with me, try to help me meet them, Lord, and talk to them. Fast forward, it did happen. I honestly didn't talk to everybody, but I felt comfortable with the people that I did end up speaking to. So we got there, standing in line, waiting to check in. And one girl did come up to me. She was like, what is your name? She was like, what's your name? And then I was like, oh, Tyra, what's yours? And she said something, but I think she was like Latina, so I couldn't really understand her. And honestly, the entire time, I couldn't even really focus because I had to pee. Like, if I didn't have to pee, I would have felt a lot better. But y'all don't know how serious it is for me when I have to pee. Like,
especially holding it an hour, drinking a whole Stanley, drinking an entire Stanley, like 2 bottles of this before we left, I had to pee. So I really couldn't focus. So I was like, let me check in and then let me find a bathroom. So I finally checked in, and then I went to the bathroom. Once I got to the bathroom, and once you checked in, it was kind of like every man for themselves. Okay, no, actually, let me rewind. When you checked in, they handed you this. This was basically like a program schedule of like the itinerary of what we're going to be doing today. And there was also a map on the back of it, which I didn't realize that was on here until like a quarter of the event in. Someone had looked on the back of it and they were like, okay, so this is a chapel, this is the event hall. And I was like, oh crap. Like, I never looked at it myself. I just looked at it when she was looking at it on hers. But now that I look at this, I definitely should have came. I definitely should have looked at this more, and it probably would have made me even more comfortable. But when I got there, went to the bathroom, y'all kind of heard me chit chat a little bit about how I don't really know where to go. I had this on the back here the entire time. I didn't even know it. And I was so overwhelmed that this was in my face. I had this that I didn't even know what to do or where to go. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. Girl, you got a program schedule and you got a map. Figure it out. So eventually I saw everybody walking up into like this building. And the building is where the panel was going to be. And we sat and we listened to the panel. After the panel, there was one person that I did recognize there. We never have met in person, and that's the girl that I ended up becoming friends with. We've DM'd before. She literally had just reached out to me earlier this week to invite me to one of her events. And she was actually there. So I was like, crap, at least that's one person I can eventually meet like in person. So after the panel, they had food for us to eat, which you guys saw. I got some chicken tacos. When I went to go sit down, she ended up coming to sit like in front of me in a chair, and we got to chit chat. Thank God. It was great to meet her. And so if you're watching this, my girl. We talked, chit chatted up, got to know each other, was eye to eye on some things that we peeped. And after we ate, that's when it was kind of like a free for all. Like, you can either follow your schedule to go do whatever like they have for us to do, or you could really just do what you wanted. Not gonna lie, one thing that I do have to work on is that when I'm uncomfortable, I don't want to do anything. I kind of want to just like sit back and just watch and kind of just not spread out going everywhere. You kind of just sit back and watch. So that's kind of what I did the entire time when I was there. I did participate in a few things, but for the most part, I just sat and watched. Like, they had on here for us to do back charms, which I did do. I'm going to show you guys the back charm that I made. They had a hand massage on here. I did do that. They had a sound bath and they had Pilates. I did not do that only because, again, I was just nervous and overwhelmed, and honestly, I just didn't want to do it, and I sweat really, really bad, so I wasn't honestly trying to sweat out because Pilates was like dead in the center of the ranch and the sun was beaming down. It is very imperative for me not to get sweaty in front of people because I sweat profusely, and I'm not about to do anything that's going to cause me to sweat. Now, I did intend to go to the sound bath, and I don't even know if I intended to go. I said I would go because it was on here, but the intention to actually go, I didn't go. So I missed both of those. But what I did do was took the time to get photo and videos of everything and capture stuff that I wasn't able to do upon like arriving, because as soon as you arrive, everybody's camera's already out, video recording. It was hard for me to focus on recording anything because 1, I have to pee, 2, I'm uncomfortable, 3, I'm overwhelmed, 4, I don't know anyone. Like, it's just, everything was like impending on me. So I was like not really getting and capturing the stuff that I wanted to. So while the girls, once everybody kind of spread it out and started to do what they wanted to do, it was easier for me to go ahead and go back to all the stations and capture content that I missed upon entrance. So that's kind of what I spent my time doing. I also got to take pictures with some stuff. Like, I was able to pull people to the side to take photos of myself and take photos of them. And then Eventually, I was able to continue to talk to Antinosa. As the event went on, me and Antinosa chatted a lot. Like, she was honestly my saving grace. So thankful I got to meet her. She's lovely. We got to chat it up throughout the entire time here and there. I kind of, again, like walked around, took photos, took videos, had a hand massage done. And then eventually it was time to go. So I was able to chat it up with a few other girls and exchange like socials. And then this is when we get into the stuff that we got. So let me show you the stuff that they gave us. So when I was talking about the bag charms, I'm going to show you exactly what that looked like. So we were basically able to pick out, first off, you could pick out the chain. This was like the base. This base, they had different colors. The brand colors were green, white, and blue because Cetaphil was like green, blue, white. Why did I say that backwards? Like what? And so I picked this one out because they were just too like, I don't know, sage green. I've been actually loving sage green lately. So I picked this out. And then you're able to pick out 2 charms to go on your keychain. So I picked out this really pretty like T heart. I don't know if you guys can see the T now. And this camera. Because duh, this is the job that I do. So like the other charms that they had didn't really resonate with me. Like they were cute, but I was like, I don't really know. I'm gonna just pick out a camera because I also have a camera on my James Avery charm bracelet to represent like my career. I'm always in front of the camera. Like the camera is the essential part of my career. So they also bedazzled the Cetaphil small hand lotion, and they were saying this is a bag charm. Honestly, when they kept saying bag charm, I didn't really understand what they meant by bag charm. I was just like, okay, bag charm, but I don't really mean that. I don't really understand that. Coming to find out, they had bags that they were gifting us at the end that goes on there. So I was like, oh, that's what that's for. Which, let me put this back on here to show you guys the actual bag and how freaking adorable this bag is. This is one of those bags that have become popular, like just like the puffy tote bags. This is how the bag charm look. But I got this green puffy tote bag, which is so freaking nice, so quality. Like I was going to say, this is one of those things that you see everybody like nowadays when something goes viral or when something is popular, you see everybody like the cute puffy aesthetic tote bags. You don't go and buy it because you don't have time to just be spending money on consumerism. But it's like, if I did have one, that would be nice. Obviously, I would love to have one, but I'm not about to buy it with more money. So finally got one. They had white and green, and I asked for green because the white one, I don't want no white bag. Like that was too starky, and green is definitely more wearable. I've been loving like olive green, sage green, so definitely had got green. And as you can imagine, this bag is filled up with stuff. So to get into what they gave us, really cute Cetaphil water bottle, which is so nice and aesthetic because it has like the wooden top and it has clear container. And of course, it was stacked with Cetaphil products. So we have the Cetaphil Advanced Daily Defense Serum and the Repair Renew Serum, which I've been really into skincare. You guys know that this is like something that I had really got into last year, like 6 months ago. Really actually caring about my skincare. So I'm excited. Moisturizing lotion, daily facial cleanser. They stacked us up. Like this bag is heavy. Moisturizing cream, which my husband and I have been using CeraVe, which sometimes it's easy to get Cetaphil and CeraVe mixed up, but we actually had just ran out of the CeraVe moisturizing cream, so it is nice to try a new one. And this one obviously is by Cetaphil. Also, the panel that we listened to were dermatologists who use the Cetaphil products like in their office and stuff, and everybody was just bragging about how good Cetaphil is. Now, I know it's your job. Like this is a Cetaphil based event, people are going to rave about Cetaphil. So I was almost like, dang, like, am I missing something? Am I missing out on something? Like, why is Cetaphil being talked about so good? But like, girl, this is a Cetaphil based event. So of course they are going to talk about it like it's the best thing on earth. But not gonna lie, they did like kind of encourage, like I did feel a little bit more encouraged to start using Cetaphil, because I'm not gonna lie, there's so many skincare brands in the market. There's so much skincare that I have that like I get what's like affordable but also kind of aesthetic. Like I get like the Good Molecules and the Kills and stuff like the cute stuff. Cetaphil is one of those brands that's like, I don't know where y'all kind of fall. Like y'all kind of fall in between like the just some regular degular skincare stuff. You know, it's not that aesthetic. I don't know if it works. It's just like the most affordable option. Like, I don't know. So it did kind of feel like, okay, like I should probably start looking to Cetaphil stuff more, because like the dermatologist was raving about how good stuff is. So we'll see. They also gave me a ultra gentle relaxing body wash, moisturizing lotion. This one can go in your purse and it's travel size. Oh my gosh. One of the juices that I had grabbed yesterday was this beet juice. It was like apple, beet, lemon, ginger. This stuff did not taste good, so I'm probably going to be pouring this out and saving this. But this is cute with the Cetaphil like logo on there, because this is glass, so it could be good for something. But that juice is not good at all. Oh, another moisturizing lotion. Okay, so this is the Nourishing Oil to Foam Cleanser. Okay, and then they gave us, let me see. They gave us the Core Club socks. And this is Pilates inspired Reformer Studio. And it even has like a cowboy hat on it. Like, I was about to say engraved, but what is it called when it's like, stitched into clothing? This is monogram. Yeah, monogramming. They have cowboy hat monogramming and like the Pilates sticky things at the bottom. I used to do Pilates, but I stopped. Like I did that back in 2021. Too expensive and I didn't see any results. And then of course like the promo information on the products that they gave us, which I really do plan on really trying these products, because I like, again, have been really intentional about my skincare and just doing better with it. So I'm gonna actually use this stuff. And then like a journal, a really cute green journal. A pen, of course, which this pen was good. Not gonna lie, I was thinking about taking one when I was there writing something. We had to do like this little, like, what do you call it? Like affirmation thingy, and like write it on a card and paste it on the wooden frame. And they had Cetaphil pens out, and when I was writing, I was like, dang, this is hella smooth. And I had contemplated taking one, but I was like, nah, I'm not gonna take one. And they ended up giving one to us, which is great. And then lastly, they have put a dry brush in here. Now, so what a coincidence for them to do this, because I just got a dry brush 2 days ago when I got my massage, because I want to start dry brushing my legs for like lymphatic drainage, and they gave us one. So this is perfect. And yeah, that's it. But I really like this bag. Like, this is definitely about to be like a go-to. I actually need to zoom this out. This is definitely about to be a nice little bag for just daily use, out of town, anything. So let me put this back. And then I got some more stuff to show y'all. So upon leaving, they also gave us Columbia jackets, like quarter zips, not jackets, but quarter zips. And I love it. I tried it on like an hour ago, and it is so nice, so pretty, perfect color, so comfortable. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love like quality pieces. I love Columbia. I have a Columbia jacket, but it's actually way too big for me. So I love it. Like if you know Columbia, you know Columbia. They also gave us, which is not in here because it's meant to be kept like wherever you do your fitness stuff at, which I do my fitness stuff outside. They also gave us the mat and the bars that they gave us to do Pilates yesterday, which I didn't do Pilates, but the stuff that we have to do it with, they gave it to us. So we got a whole Pilates mat and we got Bala bars. Those things are like those quality weights from like those fitness brands, but so freaking nice. So freaking nice. So that's what we went home with. So after the event, got our stuff, got on the bus, chit-chatted with the girls who were around, got off the bus, went home. Now that all that's out the way, let's talk about just like let's go under the dirt. Let's go underneath the layer of grass into the dirt, into like the realness. Real thoughts, real feelings, real vibes. I have come to the conclusion that I am uncomfortable being in influencer spaces. Now, the experience that I had at that influencer event a month ago was a much better experience this go around. But at the end of the day, when you go to influencer based stuff, everybody is every man for themselves. I'm gonna get my content, cameras up. I care about myself. I care about my content. I think I'm somebody. I want to make it known that I'm doing this. Like, that's how it is. And that's what makes me uncomfortable, because there are definitely a lot of bigger, more on the mega side creators there, which that's why I was saying that I was so blessed and honored to be there, because I was along other way bigger creators, like 100K, 500K plus type vibes. And it was amazing to be there. I was very excited, very happy, very blessed, but it doesn't take away from the fact that it makes me uncomfortable. Now, that uncomfortableness is something that I'm going to have to eventually get over and become more confident in. Like, I don't need to let the uncomfortableness make me unconfident, because I'm not gonna be honest, and it's hard to say this, but I don't feel confident in those spaces, because everybody is kind of on their own wavelength, clicked up, and I don't feel like I look like any of them. Like, majority of the girls that was there, besides like the big mass of like white girls, there was a lot of black girls that were there, and I was thanking God that there were gonna be black girls there, but I didn't think about, wait, just because they're black don't mean that they gonna be friendly or like whatever. And I'm not gonna say they were mean, because they didn't do anything to me personally, but they don't seem approachable. Or you could tell that they're just like in their own world with the girls that they're clicked up with and kind of trying to make their own statement. I never look like the girls that I'm around, even if they are black, because everybody who's an influencer, 9 out of 10, talks like that. That's all I heard, even from the black girls. And not that surprising, because we all live in Austin. Like, everybody who came, 9 out of 10 were from the Austin area. And that's how Austin is. Like, it's a very white-based city. And if you are black and you live here, 9 out of 10, you've got swooped into that vibe of like talking like that. And it's like, oh, you're one of those. Bummer. So no, there was only one black girl that I truly clicked with. And that's because she even looked similar to me. She had natural hair. She didn't dress like the other girls did. Like, I'm a normal girl. I don't purposely try to wear the most expensive stuff or go out and buy these matching sets to look. I'm myself. I stay myself. I stay within my bracket. I stay myself. As you can imagine, almost every girl there had on the sets, the wigs, the lace fronts, the makeup, the look. But they were all, it was a whole clique. It was a whole clique. It also makes it very uncomfortable that when you do go to events, a lot of these people don't try to be kind enough to try to get to know other people. It's just clicky, 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 clicky on the bus, heading there, click. Everybody sitting. It kind of reminded me back in like, now my parents didn't make us ride the bus. 95% of my life, I was a car rider. The time that my parents did let us ride the bus was because we begged them, because it seemed like it was a fun thing to do. Like everybody was riding the bus, like I want to ride the bus. So the time that they allowed us to ride the bus, it reminded me of that time period of when the popular kids would click up in the back, and the people who didn't really have friends, or, you know, kind of were just quiet or awkward or not fitting the societal norms, sat in the front. That's how it literally looked on the bus. I sat in the front. I didn't have anybody about me. The girls who were in cliques, the black girls, sat in the back all together, chatting up, laughing, talking. The white girls who were in cliques, I wouldn't even say they were more of a clique. It was more so like they sat together, but they chatted with each other. Now, some of them did sit together. They didn't talk to each other. Some of them sat together, got to know each other, and they were chatting it up, which is perfect. That's what you should do. But a majority of the people who were in cliques, you could definitely tell they were in cliques. Even down to when we went to the panel, I obviously was by myself. I kind of just sat by myself. I didn't see anybody by anyone I knew. Those same black girls in a clique, just sitting together, doing their thing, saving the seats for each other, just being just that vibe, you know? So you can already imagine how that looked, how it feels to be in a space like that. And it's always very uncomfortable. But I have to remember who I am and whose I am in Christ. And I have to remember that once you notice that, that is as far as it should go. You notice it and you mind your business. You notice it and you go do your own thing. You notice it and you don't let that weigh on you, where you're not performing well, or you're not focusing on yourself, or you're not being confident enough to get up and walk around and do things because you feel like the clique behind you is just staring at you and you feel uncomfortable. Like it's all like a mental drag. And that's one thing that I have to work on, is my confidence within being in those types of spaces. I didn't really have the best experience with friends in school. Like my entire middle school and high school experience was terrible. Never really had friends at all. Never fit in anywhere. I always looked different from everybody that was around me. So it kind of just put me back in that space again where I felt uncomfortable. I was like, dang, I'm back here again where I feel that like feeling of like not being accepted. And I was like, you know what? Once I had got to the car and told my husband, of course I had to debrief from my husband, and he definitely like encouraged me and told me like, you have to acknowledge and accept that that's how life will be. But you also have to remember, when you see those things, that's as far as it goes. You see it, but you pivot. You see it, but you stay confident. Don't let it get so bad. I'm sorry if you guys picking up the washing machine. Not washing machine. Yeah, washing machine. Yeah, washing machine. What? Washing machine. I have like the dishwasher going, the washing machine going, like it's whatever. Anyways, but he was like, that is as far as it goes. You stay confident in yourself. You know, yes, you look different, but that doesn't mean anything. Be confident in being that different person. So I have to work on that. I'm not blaming anyone. I'm not trying to sound like a pity, sad, sob story. I'm not doing that, because at the end of the day, Tyra, you're a grown woman. You don't have to feel like you got to be I get it. But I'm just telling you what sucks, and I'm giving you like my real, honest thoughts, feelings. Trust me, I know, but I'm giving you how I feel. So you could put yourself in like my shoes, or picture yourself at these events, to see like, you know, what I mean by it, to just so you can get an idea of what it looks like there. And then you have the girls who are there, but they're not just there on the brand trip, but they're also there because they have deliverables and they're partner with them. Even down to that, it was kind of like, of course, like, you don't have to make it known that, oh, I'm here because I'm working with them. Shouting it from the back of the bus, making it known for what? Like, honestly, influencing, sometimes I cringe at this job. I'm not gonna lie. Like, even when I was sitting there at the panel, for a second I disassociated and cringed at how much it felt to be in this space. Like, people really want to be, everybody wants to be somebody. Everybody want to make it known that there's somebody, and everybody want to make it known that I'm here because I'm also being partnered and get paid for this. Like, you don't have to make that known. There's no point you have to prove. Why do you feel the need to have to express that? Not everybody here is on that. I was just invited strictly off just being invited to the brand trip. Some girls were there because they were actually invited to the brand trip, but also having deliverables and getting paid for being there. That's cool. I'm just happy to be here. I don't feel like, yeah, I deserve to be here. There's no ego with me being here. And that's how some girls make it seem like they know, like, of course I'm gonna be here. Like, I'm just grateful. I'm grateful. Out of everybody in Austin that y'all chose, I was one of the ones. Natural hair influencer turned lifestyle fitness and really getting out of that box of natural hair. Like, I am grateful and very blessed and very appreciative to be here. I don't have no point to, I'm trying to prove, or no ego or making it known that I'm doing it. None of that. I'm just grateful to be here and feel very thankful that God even allowed me in this room for the second month in a row this year, already on another trip with the brand. Not even already, this is my first brand trip. I've been to brand events, I've been to a brand dinner, but I've never been on a brand trip. This is my first one. God, thank you. That's all I care about. And I don't even know where I was going with this, and I probably am going to be so pissed at myself because after I edit this video, I'm gonna be like, dang, I have so much more I have to say. Maybe sometimes it's not even worth saying because I definitely talked about it. Like, one of my friends that I met in Tenosa talked about it with my husband. Because me and Tenosa, we clicked. We saw each other because, again, she looked like me. So it's like, if you know, you know. It's one of those things, like, if you know, you know. But overall, because I don't want to just be negative and make it seem like every single time I go to these events there's something wrong or something sob story. Like, I'm not going to do that because at the end of the day, you don't always have to focus on the negative. You get what I'm saying? Like, you guys know. You're picking up what I'm putting down, but I'm not going to sit here and focus on that. Overall, thank you so much, Cedarful, for inviting me to this event. If y'all watch this video, or probably not, because, like, what? But I am very thankful to have been invited to this event. I've never been treated so well with, like, gifts taken home. And I think the most thing that I'm grateful for is that I was in a space that I'm trying to get into. Because majority of the times when I'm invited anywhere, it's always hair related. And I'm trying to really not be so hair focused this year. With me and my team, like, really trying to branch out and be versatile. I am elated that I was invited on a skincare household name brand trip. So it's like, I'm doing something right. But that's all I really wanted to say. I'm about to get ready to head out of the house in a few hours because my husband and I also are going to a NBA game today here in Austin. It's not really NBA. He's associated with the NBA because he's played in the NBA, but he's on G League right now. And wait, that sounds bad. That's nothing to be sad about because, like, girl, you're still associated. Like, so y'all see some content with that. We're also gonna have brunch. It's gonna be a good day. So thank y'all so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Comment down below your thoughts, your opinions. Y'all know I love the discussion. Y'all know we're here with it because YouTube, this is the only space that I really am myself, and I talk and I cry and I'm real. This is the only space you can really get that from me out of. So if you're here and you're watching this, I appreciate you. Tell me your thoughts down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys with another video soon. Bye. Mwah.